Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I am here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance, as always, my sweets. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in and find out what Spirit has to say to you today. Oh, I just realized I didn't say my prayers. I usually say my prayers. Okay, well, I'll say them together. Archangel Michael, please protect me as I open myself up to channel these high vibrational messages. Please bring forth peace, love, and light, and honest messages from the divine. Please help me and my collective to break any kind of confusion, to raise our vibration, and help us to make decisions that bring about the highest vibrational spiritual outcome and the best and highest good for all. All right, so wow, that was quick. Goodness, the energy popped. Okay. So, what I was hearing before I started this, Spirit didn't even let me get it out. I need to adjust my device because I don't like how much it's bouncing. What I was trying to say was that I was hearing that there is a feminine here, okay, that is being asked to take accountability. And that's so funny because it was 111 down on the clock right when I started that, and the Magician has come out here. So we have the Magician and the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like what I'm straight up getting from this is somebody is holding back their strength. The Death card and the Six of Pentacles. Somebody has so much to give and so much to offer. They're so talented and they have so much, but they're holding themselves back. And Spirit is telling them, like, start this exchange with the universe, right? The Fool. Take this leap of faith because you have so much to offer just the world. This, yourself, your family, your friends, your community, the world at large. Like, you have such a strong mission here and such a strong capability that you are just keeping locked away. I feel like you could feel like you're going to get judged for doing this, or you might be afraid that it actually won't be as materially you won't be as materially supported, or it's like I really want to do this but I won't make enough money to support myself on it, or like my friends and my family don't believe in it, or I'm afraid that I'll be seen as like the weird one, or so you hold yourself back, right? But the Magician is somebody who uses all of their tools at their disposal, and Spirit is saying, like, you are so much more powerful and you have so much more strength than you give yourself credit for, and you're keeping a part of you like locked away. Okay, for some of you this could be where it's like on a soul level you might feel like you're waiting for something, like waiting for some kind of cue or waiting for some kind of event to happen to like allow yourself to bloom. Okay, yeah, Seven of Pentacles. You could be like biding your time. Ooh, look. Look. Y'all calm down. Look at this. Seven of Pentacles followed right behind Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, the Strength card, and the Nine of Pentacles. Literally the words I literally just said. I said you have so much to invest. You're worth the investment. You have so much to give to the world. You have so much nurturing. You have so much that you're like pregnant with inside of you, like an idea, a business, something, a creative project, something that you have that has kind of like been growing inside of you. Okay. Something, I mean, for some of you, you could literally be about to give birth to a child. Okay. That's possible. But I think for a lot of you, we're talking about figuratively here. Okay. You have something that, is waiting to be born inside of you, but it is locked inside. Okay. But with this Nine of Pentacles here, you're growing your garden. You have so much strength. You have this incredible, strong person that you have that maybe perhaps you hide inside, or you don't think that you will get the love or the recognition that you deserve from it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, something about your throat chakra. Six of Swords, but Spirit is saying like this is swiftly going to be taken away. And so I think the accountability that Spirit is asking someone to take here, or asking you to take here, is the fact that, like, you're the one, like, if you consider that anybody's holding your back, Spirit wants to say nobody is holding you back. You are holding yourself back, right? And yes, it could be based in your fears, of rejection that you've experienced. Oh my goodness, baby, okay? It could be based in rejection, like past rejection that you've experienced. Okay, this could even be a past life issue that you are, or past life karma, or a past life trauma that you're trying to work your way through, that your soul's trying to work through. Okay, but I feel like there's something like inside of you that spirit is like, we just want you to walk away from this feeling that you won't be supported, or that you won't be understood, or that you won't be seen, and just allow yourself to be who you need to be, and allow this new version of you, or the real version of you, to really be born and to come about. Ace of Cups. Absolutely. A brand new, like, passionate beginning here. Three of Cups. You will be celebrated for this, okay? You are going to be surrounded by supportive and loving people if you just believe and you really put yourself out there. Take the risk, right? Because you're hiding with this moon card here. You're hiding your true self, and look, that's what this always forgives me. Like, you're seeing yourself. You're really this panther. You're so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. And I have a feeling here that, like, there are other people who see you as this panther. There are people in your life, and there are people around you who see you as this panther. And to them, and for some of you, I'm hearing that you don't have people tell you, like, you might not have a lot of people tell you that you're beautiful, or tell you that you're strong, or tell you that you're really talented, because to them it seems innate. Like, it's very obvious to them that you're very talented, you're very beautiful, you're very capable. Like, they're like, why should I tell you something that you are? Like, they don't feel the need to tell you that because, well, one, they're unaware that you have these insecurities, okay? But it's like, of course. Like, of course you are. You're incredibly talented. You're incredibly valued. And you might feel like you're not. There might be this kind of, almost kind of like dysmorphia here. Okay, this like psychological dysmorphia where you don't really see yourself as you, who is truly who you are. Um, with this like shadow here, this like witch in profile up here, I really feel like you're very mysterious to a lot of people. And what's really going on in your inner world is very mysterious to a lot of people. So there's a lot of people, and it was 727 down on the clock. I don't know why that seemed really significant, but look up those numbers if it was. That, like I said, your value seems very obvious to a lot of people. I really feel like it is you yourself that your value doesn't seem obvious to. And you really could have had a lot of people in your past, or even just one very certain important person in your past, make you feel like your value was not obvious. But I feel like it's almost like this energy of, you've put the work in on yourself, and it's showing, it's showing to other people. But when you look in the mirror, you still see the old version of yourself. When you think about yourself, you still see, you still feel, on the inside, like the old version of yourself. So this is like, if a person, say, if you're like going to the gym and you're working out and you're getting like that, but you still wear your old baggy clothes, or you still dress the way that you did when you were a size that you weren't happy with, okay, or you didn't have the fitness you were happy with, you dressed in a way that showed that you weren't that happy with your body. And you just thought, oh, if I was this weight, or if I was doing this, I'd dress like this, I'd feel like this. And now that you are there in that state, you're still in your mind thinking that you're the person that you were before. And so you haven't quite caught up with really feeling like the person that other people can clearly see that you are, right? You might even, yes, it's true. You might have some people in your life who don't really see you clearly, because they could just, it sounds like a them problem is what I'm really feeling like. But I feel like you're concentrating more on the people, or that self negative talk that you have in your head, based on who you used to be, as opposed to truly allowing yourself to be reborn, and truly allowing yourself to be like, no, I'm not that person anymore. No, I don't do that anymore. No, I don't self-sabotage anymore. Like, no, you know, I am not that person anymore. And it's not a rejection of that old person. It is like, okay, that person, I was who I was back then. It served me for a point in the way that it did, even to teach me to not be that person. But now I can allow myself to be different. Yeah, and they just keep saying that. It's like you don't see yourself at the way other people see you. And like I said, to other people, they might not walk around going, "You're doing a great job," because to them it's obvious. It's obvious that you're doing a great job. It's obvious that you're kicking ass at work or that you're doing that. And there might not be a lot of people telling you, "Hey, you're doing a great job," when to you, you're kind of like, maybe you're a type of person that really needs words of affirmation. Maybe that's one of your love languages, that you really like people. I mean, you might not want people to go over the top and like every single person to be telling you, "You're doing a great job," but you might just need every once in a while people to say, or you might just want every once in a while people to be like, "You're doing a great job." Just so you know, if you didn't realize that you weren't, you're doing a great job. So don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. You're really killing the game. You do see that, right? You realize that, right? And you're like, actually, I don't think I was. I don't think I was allowing myself to see what a good job I was doing or how much I have changed. Damn, you know? But I feel like Spirit is saying, like, when you do allow yourself, right, when you do catch up mentally and you allow yourself to catch up, you will have a lot more people telling you or showing you, you know? You will have a lot more people raising a glass and celebrating you. I think that you are actually going to be, because you're going to be filling up your own cup. And you're not going to be waiting for other people to fill up your cup for you. So you might actually be in part of your growth and a part of your taking accountability for your feelings. You could be taking accountability for your insecurities, taking accountability for your triggers, taking accountability for in the past when you projected that it was other people's issues. Maybe you are starting to see, like, no, it's not other people that don't see my worth. It's me that has struggled to see my worth. And when you really start coming to that realization, and then you start working on, nah, like, I am that dude, I am that chick, I am, no, like, I'm not perfect, but I'm really working on myself, and I'm really growing, and I'm really flourishing, and I'm allowed to celebrate I'm allowed to celebrate even tiny victories that I'm making. you know I'm allowed to be proud of myself, even if I don't look like, or even if I hadn't hit my big goal, I am hitting small goals. I am making my way there. And when you fill up that cup, when you're filling up your cup yourself, you're going to have a lot of other people recognizing that difference inside of you. And you're going to have a lot more people raising that glass and celebrating you and saying, like, cheers to you. Like, we're filling up our cups and you're filling up your cup too. Like, that's amazing. Yeah, and it's this devil energy inside of you. It's this fear, it's this anxiety, it's insecurities from the past, you know, that make you feel like, maybe you even feel like, oh, like, damn, like, I do fall to temptation sometimes. But it's like you concentrate on, like, the few bad things that you did, but you didn't concentrate on all. You might concentrate on the one bad, quote unquote, bad thing, or maybe you're like, okay, I'm trying to break a habit. Well, all you do is concentrate on the one time you kind of lapse a little bit back into that habit, and you're not paying attention to the 20 other things that you did right. That is, you're like, I'm trying to change this, right? And maybe you're like, dang, I did eat that fast food that one day, instead of paying attention to the fact that every other day and every other time you've been killing your diet, you know? And it's like you concentrate on that one time you messed up instead of all of the accomplishments that you are making. Hey, my girl. Boop, boop. Yeah. Yeah. Lay down. Mm-mm. Lay down. Mm-mm. Yeah, you keep yourself in this Nine of Swords. Oh, love. Yeah, but Spirit says it's time for you to see the truth. It's time to see yourself as victorious. Like, look, like, you're really doing it. It's time for you to really see your truth. Yeah, because you, Two of Swords, you've been blinding yourself, right? But look at you, you're hitting your goals. You just don't see that you are. You just can't see that you are. You're actually doing it. You're accomplishing it. You're killing the game, but because you're blindfolded, you're just like, and you just threw it. Even blindfolded, you threw it and you hit it right on target. But yet, that person's probably sitting there like, I probably just hit the wall. I probably didn't even hit it. When you hit right on bullseye. Yeah. You are definitely going to be having more people come into your life that are, yeah, I'm seeing all these people like cheering to you. Like you're going to be having a lot more accomplishments. I mean, because look at this. Look at this beautiful spread. Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ace of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Magician, the Nine of Pentacles, the Strength card. Like, come on. This is such a powerful spread. And if I just looked at this without intuitively tapping into your energy, I'd be like, yo, whoever this person is, they're killing it. They are killing it, killing it, killing it. But you don't see it. Why are they blind to their accomplishments, Spirit? Like, why are they blind to their accomplishments? Uh-oh. Four of Cups, the Sun, the Queen of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Wow. With the star on the back. You are healing this. The overall energy is that Spirit is saying you are healing this, by the way. Before I start talking about that, that's what Spirit wants to say. By the way, okay? Tower moment and the star, right? By the way, you're on track. 16, 17, right after each other. What happens after this tower moment? The star, the healing, the realization that you are killing the game. That you are bringing it as above, so below. Okay? Okay. Yeah, so it's with this Four of Cups and this Five of Pentacles, it's just times that you felt very turned away in the past, and how things have come to light with the Sun energy here, and it's kind of turned you cold a little bit with this Queen of Swords and this Five of Pentacles. It's made you put up some really strong boundaries. Also think here, see how this person is just like staring at that Three of Cups? It's almost like a thing of like you want it so bad. It's almost giving me this energy of like, what do they say? Like a watch kettle never boils, right? It's like you really, really want this. You really, really want this, and you want it so bad that it's almost like a sense of like Four of Cups. Look how this person is just like, wow, like you're really staring at those Three Cups, like we're just waiting to manifest, just waiting for it to come around. And it's gonna come around, but you are giving more energy to noticing the lack of that energy than just understanding it's gonna come, right? It's gonna come. The sun is gonna rise. You are gonna feel that energy. It's gonna come, but concentrating so hard on wanting it to be there, is leaving you locked out and missed out. Because where your energy goes, where your focus goes is where your energy flows, right? I feel like Spirit wants you to more concentrate on doing what makes you happy and understanding that when you start to do things that fill up your own cup, when you start to do things that are making you happy, when you start to recognize your accomplishments, excuse me, other people will recognize them as well. Because other people are just going to match your own energy. So as long as you're sitting around going, man, like nobody's telling me I'm doing well, man, nobody's wanting to hang out with me, man, nobody's, man, like where's my applause, where's that, like dang, I'm really trying really hard. Well, yeah, give it to yourself. Walk around all day saying like, damn, I'm doing such a good job. Damn, I'm doing such a good job. Like, wow, like I'm killing the game. Like, wow, I look so good. Like, wow, like I'm accomplishing this and I'm accomplishing that and I'm accomplishing this and I'm accomplishing that. And let that be enough. Let that be enough. Let that be enough for you. And Spirit says that once you just start acknowledging it yourself and just being proud of yourself, you're going to start to see a lot more people patting you on the back. You're going to start to feel a lot more people being like, wow, you're doing a good job. And you're like, thanks, I know. But you might not say that. You might just be like, thank you. But in your head, you're going to be like, I know, I am doing a good job. Thank you. I appreciate that. But it's almost this thought process of like, don't, it's almost this process, it's this thought process of don't need anybody to tell you you're doing a good job. Just know that you're doing a good job and do a good job. And you will have people telling you you're doing a good job. 21:21 down on the clock. But you're just sitting around waiting for it. You're just sitting around waiting for it. You know? And this reminds me of a reading that I did, and I've done so many here recently, and I can't even remember what it was at the end of one of these like hour and a half long videos that I've posted here recently, or that I recorded. I might not have even posted it yet, but it was one of the soulmate readings, and I said in that reading, I said that I thought that I was the spirit was telling me that this person, this soulmate, was coming in for you sometime within the next 6 months, and I said, but just spend your time. Don't spend your time looking at your clock like, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Are they here? Are they there? Just spend your time enjoying the moment, you know, giving to yourself joyous moments, doing things that you enjoy doing, eating food that you enjoy eating, doing activities that you enjoy doing, giving to yourself, filling up your own cup, and that 6 months will fly by. I said, this 6 months can feel like 3 days, or it can feel like 3 years. But it's really up to you. And it's kind of like that. It's like same energy when people say when you really enjoy what you're doing, time just flies by. And that's the energy Spirit wants you to be in. When you're just concentrating on the things that are going really well in your life, that you're really enjoying, you're just doing the things that you have to do, and just kind of doing them, and then enjoying every other moment that you have to give yourself, even if all you can give yourself in this moment is listening to a radio station that you like, listening to a song that you like, talking to a person that you enjoy talking to, stopping for a second and enjoying the wind blowing through your hair, or whatever it is. Find joy in the little moments and in the big moments, and give yourself joyous moments, and be around people who give you joy. Do things that give you joy. And this time will fly by, and so that's the kind of energy here. It's like you're waiting so hard, you're wanting it so hard, that all you can pay attention to is its absence. And when you concentrate on its absence, all you feel is more and more absence. But when you feel joy and you concentrate on things that give you joy, all you're going to feel is more and more joy. Yeah. I'm really hearing that for some of you, you either grew up or you have recently you felt very starved for approval. And so you're kind of, there is a part of you that's kind of, don't take this the wrong way when I say it, but it's kind of like desperate for approval, desperate for acknowledgement, desperate for somebody else, because you're like, I see that I'm doing well, but I feel like nobody else in my life notices that I'm doing well. I'm giving so much energy to this, but other people in my life are like, where? What are you doing? Where? I don't see it. Where's progress? And you're like, all this. You don't see progress there? Like, I do. Am I crazy? Am I making it up? Is it there? Hello? Am I blind? Are you blind? Spirit saying you're not blind. It's these other people that are blind. So and that's if you do. For some of you, this is just your own insecurities being like, where? Where's the progress? Where? Are you really doing as well as you think you are? That kind of negative voice in your head. The Empress, not the Empress, but the Emperor. Ooh. The Emperor. You are. You're making so much progress and you're balancing out this beautiful energy in your life, and chill, okay? Because Empress, Emperor, and the Lovers right behind it. Spirit wants you to know that if you're feeling this way, if you're feeling lonely, you're not going to feel this way forever. Excuse me. You're not going to feel that way forever. For some of you, you're going to be like, soon you're going to be like, God, I wish. And that's just kind of part of human nature, right? We want what we don't have. Some of you very soon, you're kind of going to be missing those lonely moments. I don't know if you're going to be booked and busy, or, if you're going to be, I don't know. I just heard house guests. Some of you are going to have some house guests. So your house is going to feel very full. You're going to go from feeling like lonely to being like, God, I wish I had a moment to myself. Can I sneak away to the bathroom and close the door and have a quiet moment to myself? Or like I said, like you're going to be missing having these little moments. So life is really about our perspective, your perspective, and the way you choose to see it. Two people can go through the same exact event and can perceive it completely differently, And so that's what Spirit wants you to know. This life is really about perception, you know? It's really about what you choose to focus on. Everybody goes through bad days. Everybody goes through struggles. Everybody goes through stuff that they'd rather wish that they hadn't have gone through, Everybody goes through fears. Everybody goes through doubts. Everybody goes through insecurities. Everybody goes through really rough patches in their life. Everybody experiences loss. Everybody experiences, moments that aren't so positive things. But it's really about the way you choose to handle those moments and how you feel about those moments. You're in the driver's seat. Hello? You're in the driver's seats, but oh my God, that commercial. Did you guys hear it? The commercial said, you're in the driver's seat, but when you just allow it to happen, that's when the magic happens. That's crazy. Okay? Okay? When you just let it happen, that's when it happens. That's when the magic happens. You're in the driver's seat. You're the one that's deciding where you're going, right? But what you make of what happens along the way is up to you, how you feel about the experiences and making the best of it, not in a way where you're just like, anyway, I'll just ignore the negative thing, but it's more about how your perspective, right? How you choose to see it, how you choose to handle it. And for some of you, maybe that doesn't work, and for some of you, make just kind of making the best of it, but not in a fake, like, I'm just going to ignore it, or kind of like toxic way, right? Or I'm going to keep myself so busy that I'm just going to ignore the negative things that are happening in my life. Or I'm just, It doesn't always look like wallowing in your sadness. You know, sometimes it looks like working so hard that you don't have a moment to let your brain calm down and think about the things that are happening, right? That's not good either. Y'all better. Come on now. 6 of Wands. I told you were going to have this victory. And like I told you, look at all these people. Look at all these people standing around giving this person an applause. Okay? But it's when you just kind of, you aren't doing it for the applause. You aren't doing it for the show. It's when you aren't doing it for the approval of other people, but when you're just doing it to just do it because it's what you want to do, because it's who you want to be. That's when you're going to find exactly what you're looking for. That's when you're actually going to find the success. That's when you're actually going to find the pats on the backs. That's when you're actually going to have that, like, wow, you're doing such a good job. And at that point, you will be like, thanks. Like, I didn't need you to tell me I was doing a good job, but I do appreciate you noticing. Thank you. I know, because I know I'm doing a good job, because I know, I'm acknowledging how much work and how much effort and the quality product that I'm making, or the quality experience that I'm having, you know? And when you just stop looking for it, that's when it's going to find you. Y'all. The Chariot was the card here that was actually turned over. Like, I just looked and noticed that I was shuffling my cards face up, which I normally don't like to do. But the Chariot was what's, So for some of you, you've been wondering so much, like you've been focused so hard on, where do I go? What's going to give me this destination, that you've not even been enjoying the journey on the way there. And Spirit wants you to enjoy the journey that's on the way there, okay? But also, all right, there is definitely an undercurrent here of, like, the energy that I was talking about from that other reading, which was you waiting around for, like, a soulmate, or waiting around for, like, some event to happen, okay? Waiting for something that feels right to happen, right? Yeah, because in that reading, I talked about the movie, that scene from the movie Incredibles, where the dad is outside and he turns and that little boy is just standing there, like, looking, and he's like, "What do you want?" And the little boy's like, "What are you waiting for? Like, what do you," and I can't forget what the line, what Bob says to him, but the little boy is just like, "I don't know, I'm waiting for something amazing to happen." And then the dad's like, "Yeah, me too, kid." Right? Like, yeah, me too. So Spirit's like, stop waiting. Stop waiting around. Stop looking around every corner, waiting for that event to happen, and just let it happen. Let it come in when it naturally does. Just go about your day, go about your business, go about your life, enjoying, and it's going to happen. And it's going to feel magical, and it's going to feel freaking fantastic. Just enjoy the journey getting there, okay? And it's going to be all the sweeter when it comes in. Because 4 of Wands right here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. 4 of Wands, King of Pentacles to match that Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. And the 4 of, so my deck is halved in a couple of different halves over here. Okay. And here, where the 4 of Wands, because the 4 of Wands was sitting here on top, underneath it is the Queen of Cups. And what's right here? The King of Cups. Y'all are going to be finding this beautiful balance within and without you, okay? It's going to be around you. It's coming in, okay? So when when the interior, it's going to start reflecting on the exterior, right? When you give yourself the applause, you'll hear the applause from other people. When you acknowledge what a good job you're doing, other people will acknowledge what a good job you're doing. When you see yourself for who you truly are, other people will see you for who you truly are. Okay? When you stop looking for that from other people and you start giving it to yourself, that's when, you know, you are going to find exactly what you're looking for. And you're going to find it within yourself. And then when another person comes in and is like, hey, you know, hey, I see that you have a full cup, right? That Two of Cups energy. I see that you're balanced. I see that you're, you know, you're finding your way there. This person, you know, you're going to be like, yeah, yes, I am. Yes, yes, I am. I'm feeling quite balanced. I'm feeling quite good. Eight of Wands. Some of you might be feeling very overwhelmed right now by like how much you're juggling or how much you're doing. Spirit saying it's okay. Break it down into smaller chunks. Okay? So you're going to be finding those things that get you where you need to be, okay? Excuse me. I thought that was the Ace of Swords, but it's not the Ace of Swords. It's the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. But see how these two people are like mimicking each other's stance here? It's almost like an energy here of when you see it in yourself, somebody else can see it in you as well. Especially here if what the event that you're waiting for, or the thing that you're waiting for, or what, you know, it's like a love interest or like a soulmate or like something coming into you, some kind of acknowledgement from the outside of, wow, I've been doing all the spiritual work. It'd be great if my soulmate came in and proved to me that I was doing all the spiritual work kind of energy. It's like, I feel like you and this person could be marrying each other, okay? And you could, but you see how you're both like teenagers? Like they look like young people here, right? I feel like you definitely could both be healing some kind of wounding here in this. And it definitely is like inner child healing, but it doesn't feel so much like childhood as it does as like maybe like adolescence, like rejection that you endured in adolescence, which is still inner child healing. But yeah, that was the Two of Wands. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there's definitely like this spirit. See how it's a woman on one side and a man on the other. Although I know it's like, you know, they're different ages, but it feels that way. It feels like this kind of exchange here where spirit, this being here in the middle, which is being represented by spirit, is giving to both of you at the same time. It's giving this experience to you. So I really feel like spirit is wanting both of you, or wanting you, okay, to see this value in yourself. Stop waiting for other people, your friends or your family or a partner, to come in and recognize your worth inside of you. Recognize it even without this person there. Because that's going to be the highest vibrational spiritual one, you know, because you shouldn't need your validation from exterior outside of you. You should, you know, be able to make that within. Because if you're waiting to see your value on another person, right? If you only see value in yourself, you know, once another person comes into your life, that's codependent. You know, that's codependency. You know, and this could be, you know, like, oh, like I'll feel complete when I have a husband and I have a family and I have this, you know, or people will see me that I'm worth something when I have this. You know, it doesn't have to be a person, but it's like people will see that I am worth, you know, I'm worth this, I am worth that when this happens in my life. And Spirit said, if you're trying to manifest this in, you're going to need to know that you're worth it, that you're worthy of having it before you even have it. Right? Because you can't need that thing to make you feel worthy. Right? Because how are you going to say, I'll only be worthy once I have that thing, but you can't get that thing without already being worthy of it. Which it's all in your mind. You are already worthy of this person. You are already worthy of that job. You are already worthy of wearing those clothes. You are already worthy of having that. You just have to see that you are. And there is this issue here of like self-sabotage as well with the Seven of Swords. Like this kind of issue of feeling like I'm not worthy until I have this is, you're counting yourself out. You're keeping your true self locked here in this chest, saying that once I have this, then I'll be worthy. Then I can prosper. Then I can grow. Then I can be better. Then I will be at my peak. When the truth is if you don't feel it now, when this person comes in, you won't feel it then either. Or when you get that job, you won't feel it then either. You'll suffer from some kind of imposter syndrome, right? Or something like that. You'll self-sabotage yourself out of it because even though you have it, you won't feel worthy of it. What can they do, Spirit, to help them feel worthy? And yeah, that's just a confirmation of that. Of that Seven of Swords coming right back out. What can they do, Spirit? What are some actions that they can take that will help them to feel worthy? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're going to need to put an end to this. You're going to have to cut cords with this feeling. With this death energy here on the back of the deck, you are going to need to cut this self-saboteur energy out. I'm here to take accountability. Yeah. You are going to have to cut this Ten of Swords energy on yourself out. Okay? Keeping yourself weighed down by what you consume, who you're around, what you're doing, what you're giving your energy, and what you're keeping your focus from. It's almost like this self-sabotage keeps you trapped in this place here. Of like, oh, I just want to be free. I just want to be free. I just want to be free. But yet you don't ever pull those swords out of your back. You don't ever stop the behavior that ends up you in places like this. Or maybe you do, but there's certain behaviors that you haven't cut out yet or that you haven't done yet. That you haven't stopped doing yet, rather. And Five of Cups, stop paying attention to the mistakes that you've made in the past. Stop concentrating with that Three of Cups again. Stop concentrating on the fact that you don't have somebody telling you you're doing a good job, and just know that you're doing a good job. Turn around and notice that you're sitting here crying over these 3 cups being spilled here when you have a whole bottle of wine sitting right there on the table behind you with the Two of Cups. You have a whole lobster dinner, a whole party sitting there just waiting for you to enjoy it, but you're very much so concentrating on what you don't have or what you haven't done yet or what you feel like you don't have the strength to do. It's almost like this cycle of, I feel like I'm not worthy, so I sabotage myself out of it. And then once I feel this Ten of Swords in my back, I'm just like, I knew it. I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I wasn't good enough. I knew I wasn't strong enough. I knew I shouldn't have trusted that person. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And then you just, oh, and then you're just like, I knew it. There it is. There it is. It's like a self-fulfilling defeatist attitude. Your insecurities trick yourself into sabotaging yourself out of doing what you need to do. And then once that Ten of Swords does hit, you're just like, now I'm stuck here, and you bounce back and forth between, dang, these Ten of Swords are in my back, and five, like, dang, them Ten of Swords was in my back. Dang, them Ten of Swords was in my back. I can't believe them Ten of Swords was in my back. I can't believe them Ten of Swords was in my back. And then you circle all the way back around to doing things that are going to end you with a Ten of Swords in your back. And you might even get stuck in, like, it might be even a self-aware cycle where you're just like, oh, why can't I stop doing that? Why can't I stop Ten of Swordsing myself? Why can't I stop doing that? Why can't I just see myself as better than doing that? We getting real. Spirit said you asked for it. You asked. So I'm going to let you know. Yeah, and Spirit saying it is also not just you. It is also sometimes the self-saboteur behavior can be around hanging around people you know aren't good for you, doing activities that you know aren't good for you. If you know that you got to be up in the morning, but yet you stay up all night playing video games, or yet you got this presentation coming up, but you wait till the last minute to do the research on it, and now you're all stressed, right? You know that you need to go to bed, or that you need to not hang out with those people. You're like, oh, I know every single time I hang out with that group of people, we end up going out, and then we end up partying, and then I end up, waking up tomorrow and I have a hangover and I call out of work, or, I knew I had this presentation to do, but I still went out and I still drank and I still feel like crap. And now I just feel like, at work, and I'm not doing my best. And oh my gosh, I just feel like crap. And then the guilt sets in. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that again? Oh my God, I knew better than to do that. Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, you're so this. Oh, you're so that. Why did you do that? You knew you shouldn't have done that. You knew you shouldn't have done that. Beating yourself up. And subconsciously it leads you right back around to this. To not feeling good enough. Right? Not feeling good enough. So it leads you right back around to, I feel like crap, so I'm just going to self-sabotage myself again. And this is a cycle here, a mental cycle here that Spirit is saying you have to take accountability for, you have to acknowledge within yourself, and you have to break. You have to find the strength inside of yourself to break it, and you do, right? But that's what you're keeping a lid on. The fact that you do have what it takes to break out of this cycle. You do have what it takes. See how that little cat over there is like, look, this window's open. Let's go. Let's break free. But it's almost like you're sitting around waiting for somebody to tell you that you can. And even like here, like it's easy for me to say, yeah, you can do it, but you have to be the one that actually puts in the work. You have to set these boundaries for yourself and take accountability for your own choices and for your own actions, and then, get ahead of it. Get ahead of it and stop and break out of the cycle. And then if you do, okay, if you do falter, if you do mess up, let go of this. Turn around and say, okay, I'm going to be stronger tomorrow. Okay, I'm not going to fall for that again. And really hold yourself accountable to not do it. But you're only human. Excuse me. So if you do mess up, don't spend all day beating yourself up and lowering your vibration and lowering your own self-worth and how much worth you see in yourself, to the point where you just that you bring yourself right back around to the self-sabotaging cycle. For some of you, this could be breaking out of habits, self-destructive habits, breaking out of dating that same person over and over and over again, getting involved with friends that are the same, no good for you friends over and over again, right? Doing those same addictive behaviors or those same things that you know that you shouldn't do. Like, ugh, I know I should just get up and just do it. but I want to procrastinate, but I want to sit around, but I want to not do it. And it's okay to let stuff slip every once in a while or slide every once in a while, but then at some point, you got to take some accountability to the role you play in it, right? There's always going to be an element of self-discipline in change, in breaking a habit, in growth. There always will be. But once you develop a habit of breaking that, once you develop a habit of, you just have to stop the momentum of the cycle, Spirit is saying. It's not going to always feel as hard as it does right now. It will get easier. But you got to put in the work, and you got to tighten the reins and really discipline yourself to break out of this cycle. It's like when people say, like that if you're addicted to a substance or something, right? You might definitely be sober, but you'll always have those issues. You'll always have a lifelong thing that you just know, okay, well, I can't do certain things, and I can't say certain things, and I can't be around certain people, and I can't take certain risks. Like, I can do certain things, but I got to know my limits. I have to know myself and know that if I don't want to do that, I just have to take accountability and just change. And like I said, all of that's easier said than done, but Spirit said, if you want something to do, waiting for whatever it is that you're waiting for, here you go. Work on that. And watch time fly by. Okay, well, I feel like that's really what I have for you. I'm trying to think, is there any other messages? Nope. That feels like all. But Spirit said, yeah, don't forget to take time to rest. Don't forget to take time to recharge, Don't forget to take time, doing like a healthy routine is what I'm hearing. Make sure that you're getting enough rest, that you're getting enough sleep, that you are letting yourself recharge, okay? That's going to be a big component. Giving yourself more sleep, giving yourself more rest days, or resting when your body, like listening to your body. So, not overly working yourself or overly pushing yourself, because it's going to depend on what your coping mechanism is to it. Are you I'm a overburden and overwork myself to not think about my issues person? Or are you like I'm just gonna run away, I'm gonna detach, I'm gonna disassociate, I'm gonna numb? What type of person you are. For some of you, you just need to chill. You need to step back, you need to chill, you need to take some things off your plate, you need to lessen some distracting responsibilities and concentrate on the things that you actually need to be working on, okay? And for others of you, you need to get more strict and you need to get more disciplined because you've been running away, and you need to discipline yourself around either way, either no matter what however the coping mechanism is that you're trying to, the habit of the toxic coping mechanism that you're trying to break, okay? Or the just not so healthy coping mechanism that you've developed. Spirit is saying that you are going to need to discipline yourself in a different way than you have in the past. For some of you, it's just going to be regular discipline. You're just going to have to jump. You're just going to have to set a routine, set a morning routine, set an evening routine, set a night routine. Get yourself in that rhythm of not running away, of facing it, of pushing yourself out of any kind of like depressive state, or do stuff. Start pushing yourself to go and change. Try new things, do new things, change up the energy. Don't get stuck in your same old cycle. And for some of you, it's, take certain responsibilities off your plate. Take the overburdening yourself of the responsibilities that you do off of your plate, and stop overworking yourself in things that that you're okay about, and just put that energy instead of into all the extra things, put it into yourself. And some of you, that the work that spirit wants you to do is like just sitting down, just meditating, just doing some yoga, just sitting quietly, listening to yourself, listening to your body, getting to know yourself, reading a book, sitting outside. Something that I really wanted to do is that I really wanted to, for myself, I had to really get really strict with myself about jumping up and organizing and cleaning and planting in my garden and planting in my yard and planting, because I have this really beautiful like porches at my house, and I'm like, I'm not spending enough time outside. Spirit's been telling me to spend time outside, so I needed to, push myself to, even though I came home and I was tired after work or I just wanted to sleep in on my off days, I pushed myself to get up, to power wash off my porch, to scrub everything down, to buy some plants, to be working in my garden. And now, every morning and every night I sit outside and I rock on my front porch. And it is so peaceful and it's so just yes, you know? And it was worth the discipline, it was worth the work to have that peace, to have that thing that really, just really gave some really peace and some nice grounding energy to myself. And and it felt good to get up and to push myself to work and to do things, that I knew were on my spring cleaning list that I just needed to go ahead and make myself do, you know and so that's what spirit is saying, is that some of you need to push yourself to work on the things you know that you need to, so that you will have that, work to give yourself that peace or give yourself that space. Some of you might be thinking about reorganizing a space or redecorating a space or changing up your environment in some type of way so that you create a more peaceful, a more zen, you know sometimes all it takes is, $30 to buy a gallon of paint, and a day off work, to a few hours the night before to wipe down your walls, and then to pull your furniture in, put a tarp over, and paint your walls, something as simple as that. And then allowing it to dry, something as simple as that can completely change up your energy and completely change up the energy of a space, So spirit is encouraging some of you, to even do like little simple things like that, where you just give yourself a little bit of time, put the effort and put the energy into it and invest in yourself. And stop waiting around for somebody else to invest in you and just invest in yourself. And then you'll be amazed that when you start doing that, you'll have a lot more people willing to invest in you. And a huge big part of my journey is when I started giving myself my time to really be productive and really give myself like really positive time for myself, how much more I can see the difference in the way people treat me and the way people talk to me, and how much more of an investment people obviously see that I am. A lot more people are willing to give me their time. A lot more people are willing to give me their help, and things that even when I don't even ask for it. And I did not notice that until I really started giving myself my time, until I really started taking my hermit energy, when I really started investing in myself, is when other people saw me as more worthy to invest in, you know. And it was a whole process, but I see the results in my life, So it's worth it, you guys. It really is. And it might start small and it might take time, and you might work for 6 months or a year before you really start to see your return on investment, but it just depends on where you are. Some things will come in immediately and some things will be, it'll be worth the wait. But don't do it for other people. Don't do it for that. Do it for yourself. Do it because you are worth it. All right. Well, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys are finding the love, light, and clarity that you needed, okay, from your situation. Thank you so much for being with me here today. All right. Well, tonight. And I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? If you like the content, give it a like. Let me know if this resonated for you down in the comment section down below. All right. If you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, excuse me, my contact information is down below as well. Okay. Thank you to your spirit guides for guiding you here so that you can receive this information. Thank you to my spirit guides for allowing me to deliver this message, as well as helping me to do so and keeping me protected while I do it. Okay. Thank you guys so very much for all your likes, thank you for all your comments, for your likes, for your subscribes. If you're digging the vibe, go ahead and join the tribe and subscribe. Okay. I really appreciate you guys so very much, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, my lovelies. Bye.